Imagine you're on a routine flight, excited about your destination, maybe chatting with your family or scrolling on your phone. Suddenly, everything goes wrong in a split second. Panic, chaos, and tragedy unfold right before your eyes. This is not a scene from a movie. On March 27, 1977, at Tenerife Airport in the Canary Islands, two jumbo jets collided on the runway, resulting in 583 fatalities, making it the deadliest accident in aviation history. Two Boeing 747s, the massive KLM and Pan Am jets, were diverted to Los Rodeos Airport due to a closure at Las Palmas. The airport, though capable of handling regular flights, was not designed for the chaos that was about to unfold. Limited taxiways, heavy fog rolling in, and hundreds of passengers disembarking from delayed flights created a tense environment. Air traffic controllers were overwhelmed, and pilots were under pressure to stay on schedule. The KLM captain, confident in his decisions, began his takeoff roll, while the Pan Am plane was still on the same runway. Neither crew could see the other due to dense fog. In a horrifying instant, the two massive jets collided. The impact caused a huge fireball, trapping hundreds of passengers inside. Rescue teams rushed to the scene, but the scale of destruction was staggering. Families were torn apart, and the aviation world was shaken to its core. The numbers were horrifying. 583 people lost their lives, making it the deadliest aviation accident ever recorded. Only 61 survived, mostly from the Pan Am flight. Eyewitnesses described the scene as chaos, smoke, flames, and panicked passengers trying to escape. Emergency crews worked tirelessly, but the sheer magnitude of the disaster made it almost impossible to save everyone. The Tenerife disaster was not caused by a single factor. It was a perfect storm of errors: miscommunication, human judgment mistakes, environmental conditions, and procedural gaps. The KLM captain misunderstood the takeoff clearance, while air traffic controllers struggled with non-standard phraseology. Dense fog prevented visual confirmation of the runway.
The Pan Am crew was also navigating under stress, adding to the confusion. Experts later concluded that if any single factor had been clearer communication, better visibility, or strict adherence to protocol, the tragedy could have been avoided. This disaster changed aviation forever. Standardized radio communication protocols were enforced worldwide to prevent misunderstandings. Crew resource management (CRM) training became mandatory, emphasizing teamwork and clear communication in the cockpit. Airports redesigned runways and taxiways to prevent runway congestion, and pilots were trained to challenge unclear instructions without fear of repercussions. The Tenerife disaster remains a sobering reminder of how small errors, compounded by human and environmental factors, can lead to unimaginable tragedy. It is hard to imagine the fear of being trapped on a burning plane, knowing help is struggling to arrive. Yet, amidst this tragedy, stories of survival, bravery, and resilience emerged. Passengers helping each other escape, rescue workers risking their lives, and families never giving up hope. These human elements are as important as the technical lessons aviation learned. The Tenerife disaster is not just a story about aviation failure. It is a story about human error, miscommunication, and the devastating consequences of split-second decisions. But it is also a story of learning, adaptation, and change. Today, when you board a plane, you are benefiting from the lessons learned that tragic day in 1977. Safety protocols, trained crews, and clear communication all trace back to Tenerife. Remember, every major reform often comes at a great cost. The KLM captain misunderstood takeoff clearance, the controllers were stressed, and the Pan Am crew was also navigating under pressure. Experts later said that a single correct decision could have avoided the crash. It's hard to imagine the fear passengers felt that day, trapped in burning planes. Yet stories of survival and bravery emerged. This disaster reminds us how critical clear communication and safety are. If this story shocked you, like, comment, and subscribe and tell us, could this happen today?